So before we move on with the game, I just want to briefly talk about, well, yesterday's episode. It's just that, well, you have seen how I reacted to it, and I couldn't stop shaking for about 2 hours afterwards, and I just had to talk with people about it. And that even that one time, I walked away very, very briefly because I had to wipe my nose. My whole face was a mess. It's just that although in the back of my head I always knew that some things didn't add up, that it almost seemed too easy for them. And with them I mean Okarin and friends to just do those experiments, hack into CERN, those kind of things. And thinking about they having a computer with a direct line to CERN, it's so very suspicious. I really had the feeling that maybe CERN wanted them to find their information. It was kinda just delivered to them on the silver platter, and maybe CERN just wanted to make them the time machine and come knocking when they finished. So I wasn't surprised that CERN came knocking. I was surprised at how well it was done, how intense it was. And although I never trusted Moika, I never expected this to go batshit crazy so fast the way it went. I mean, the previous hours, it was such a slow build up, and I'm fine with that because I love visual novels who take their time, show world building, show the characters, getting to know the characters, loving the characters. And this just was beyond the gut punch. So I'm really hoping that I was coherent enough, because I'm planning to leave all my emotions in that one video. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm saying all of this now. So let's just begin with chapter 6, Metaphysics of Necrosis. I really hope we can save Myri somehow.
Myri.
No matter how many times I call her name, Myri doesn't answer. Myri is standing in front of a grave, gazing at the sky. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Myri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work. Her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Myri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Myri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. This is insane. I recorded that one part yesterday, and I'm been kinda uneasy the whole day. And just starting now makes me tense up extremely. I had plans to middle school, so Myri and I no longer commute together. But whenever I passed the cemetery on the way home, Myri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, we would stand for hours before the grave, staring breathlessly at the sky, as if she could see her mother in heaven. In her hands, an old pocket watch. The watch had belonged to her grandmother. Myri always held it when visiting her grave. matter how many times I called her name, Mayuri did not answer. But then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone, not to me, not even to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt a need grip my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intention so pure, that her feet somehow might grant her wish and carry her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure that nothing like that ever happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky-gazing Mayuri and call her name.
Mayuri.
But no matter how many times I've called her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice, calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's color, the sky was glazed grey, covered in clouds. Oh, my voice just died. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through gaps in the clouds, a stunningly beautiful sight. Rembrandt's rays are called, and sometimes the angel's ladder. Suddenly, a strong wind swept through the cemetery, caught Mayuri's umbrella and carried it into the sky. Mayuri seemed not to notice, just staring at the sky. And then slowly, so very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother was reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself off on her toes. To me, it looked like if she were floating upwards towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Marius' outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just this fantasy, but at the time, I truly believed that Marie might vanish.
どこにも行かせないぞ。連れてなんて行かせない。
I realized how embarrassing the words coming from my own mouth were.
マユリは俺の人質だ。人体実験の生贄なんだ。
So this is how Mayuri joined the lab. That was the first excuse that came to my mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of a popular TV series about costumes heroes battling evil. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I even got pretty good at mimicking his lines. Now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. So is this the reason why he's putting the phone to his ear and acting like a Chinibio whenever he's embarrassed? I could feel my face growing red, but I kept up the mad scientist act all the same, if nothing else. It was better than admitting my insecurities.
どこにも逃がさないからな。
As I said this, I realized that Marie was shaking. She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I heard her speak. My voice was choked with tears. She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes. And then Ivy buried her face in my chest. Where am I? Who am I? I can't see. I can barely think. A terrible screech filled my head like feedback from a giant speaker. It penetrates my brain like 100 sharp needles, stabbing me right behind the eyes. I thought brains weren't supposed to feel pain. That's Crystal's voice. Well, I guess this is the effect that the download machine has on the human's brain. Compressing and receiving memories seem to be extremely painful. And there's more. I feel a shiver of pleasure beneath the pain. And a terrible itching like my body's on fire. I want to crack open my skull and tear out my brain. I want to scrape out my soft grey matter with my fingers and eat it. The assault on my brain is driving me crazy. Who am I? Suddenly, the shattered pieces of the world reform. I slowly come back to my senses. It's just... The game is so great. Like maybe I mentioned it before, but until my older series, I would just record one part at a time and upload it the same day. But now that things have really become so intense in this story, I just can't for Steins anymore. I'm recording multiple parts on the same day. Just need to know what's going on. Need to know if Marie can be saved. I'm in the lab standing in front of the phone wave with my cell phone to my ear. No, not the phone wave. This headgear is attached to it. It's a time leap machine. It's hard to breathe. Give me oxygen. I hear a low wheezing groan and realize that it's coming from my own throat. I close my mouth, then take a deep breath. Just deep breaths. The insides of my throat feel like they're burning. I resist the urge to cough and continue filling my lungs with air. I notice that I'm drenched in sweat. Drops sliding down my forehead are annoying. I try to wipe them away with the back of my right hand. My hand obeys. Slowly. Something is off. It's like my body and my mind are totally in sync with each other. Almost as if this isn't really my body. As if my nerves aren't communicating properly with my extremities. I try blinking slowly. This might just be my imagination. Could this be exhaustion? I haven't slept much lately. I try to move my hand again. There's no disconnect this time. This is my body.
Okabe? 聞いてる?
Lower your voice. I turn around slowly. I need to know what date this is. I believe last time when Sun came knocking, it was the 8th of August. Chris's here. He stares at me perplexed.
どうしたのよ。急にすごい声出して。
He's talking about. I just realized normally Okabe is screaming about his right arm. And this, I think this time is the first time he screamed in earnest and not because of some kind of tuny act. This game is so great. I am just on edge all the time now. Because I have absolutely no idea what anything might happen at any point.
具合悪いの?
I try answering, but my voice doesn't work too well. Even more bewildered, I clear my throat several times.
いや、問題ない。
そう。だったらさっさと出かける準備しなさいよ。買い出し行くんでしょ?
This is the same day. I thought maybe he would come back several days. But I think this is the day when they go shopping for less parts, or maybe even for just food. I recorded that part yesterday and I can't even remember anymore because of all the emotions, but I believe that's the time he jumped back. It's not that long ago at all. It's not days, at least. That makes it much better. Much better. At least I think so. Because I'm going out on a tangent again. I think it's better when things like this happen and people can go back in time to set right what went wrong, basically. It's better to just go back as short ago as possible, only a few hours. Since, just imagine if you just gone back a week or so ago, the longer period you jump back in time, the more variables there are that can go wrong and divert the world line again. Oh, this is really good. I'm mumbling. Let's move on.
買い出し?
For what? Search my memories. The moment I do, images appear in my mind like a string of exploding light bulbs.
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。
もう大丈夫だね。
Thanks for making me relive this.
タイムリープしてもいいの?
Thank you, game. How can we convince her? I just said that a short jump back in time is good, but how can we convince Kurisu that this has happened before? And I think, I might be wrong here, but I think a lot. To be honest, I've been thinking about this game all day, since yesterday. I think this differs with the email because when they sent the email to the past, it actually changed the world line, and I think that his memories jumped back in time on the same world line. This time, I remember now. I used the time leap machine.
未来の記憶を思い出すのよ。
That's right. What am I standing around for?
ここはどこだ？
This is so hype.
は？
I grab Chris's shoulders and pull her close.
今は何時だ？何月何日の何時何分だ？
痛い。落ち着け。
Answer, please, please, answer.
落ち着いていられるか？買い出しって言ったか？
Which shopping trip is she talking about? Darius sitting at the computer staring at us wide-eyed.
ダル、今日は何日だ？今は何時なんだ
？13日の5時ちょっと過ぎだけど。
I'm confused. Was it the 13th? Last time? Somehow I thought it was the 8th. But I can be wrong.
成功したのか
Did I manage to time leap in the middle of all that chaos? Did my memories really jump through time? Does that mean I've leaped into my past self? Is there a chance that it was all a dream? No. Thinking back, well, forward, it doesn't seem real. Commandos breaking into the lab is like something out of a Hollywood movie. But the sight of Myri, broken and bloody, is burnt into my eyes. I remember the smell of blood, the sound of the gunshot, the weight of the headgear on my head, the pain of the bullet tearing through my arm. Bruce is screaming, Susa fighting to defend us. Damn it. I just teared up again. Wow. Seems I remember it too. All too vividly. I touched my arm. No bullet holes, no pain even. Was it all a dream? I don't know. I've never time leaped before. I can only hope that it was a dream. Wait, please. Please be better safe than sorry. Just warn them. Somehow. A future like that is too much to bear. I recall my last moments and my eyes filled with tears. I forced the tide of emotion back. I look around the lab. Rusu and Daru are here, but I can't find Mayuri.
マユリはどこに？
どこってルカシのところに行くってさっき言ってたじゃんか。オカリン聞いてなかったん？
That's right. Mayuri went to Lukaku to wear a costume. She won't return until it's time for the party. What do I do? What do I believe? Was it a dream? Or was it real? If it was a dream, then I don't have to worry about it. If it was real, then I need to act now. I take a deep breath.
あれは夢だったんだ。
No, it wasn't.
あんなの現実に起きるはずがない。
Why would you think that? It was a nightmare brought on by anxiety, that's all. There's no other logical explanation. I desperately persuade myself that it is so. Little do I know that I soon will regret my foolishness. Do I have no say in this? Oh my god. We should go shopping alone and stay in the lab with Aru, waiting for Mayuri to return. Welcome back, Mayuri. An instant smile. Mayuri is alive. Nothing will happen to her. I was hurt for nothing. Did I mess up somewhere? Or is this linear? I know the menu screen that displays the total amount of playing time and the total amount of tips and CGs unlocked also says that there are 6 endings. But I have the feeling that I'm getting just railed into one of the endings, and I can change anything. I want Okabe just to realize that it wasn't a dream. As soon as I arrive, we begin the meeting.
Okarin! Okarin! フェリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
I've heard these words before. Deja vu, a trick of the mind. I think we all know what a deja vu is, but I'm going to read it anyway. I need to calm down a bit. The feeling of having experienced something before despite not having actually experienced it. It feels like you're recalling a genuine past experience, as opposed to an imagined experience or a dream. However, you're unable to recall when and where that experience occurred, which results in an intense feeling of strangeness. The cause of deja vu has yet to be determined. One theory is that it is a psychological phenomenon caused by the temporary synchronization of the recollection and storage functions of memory. The cause is theorized to be spasms in the brain's hippocampus, which is in charge of spatial reasoning and the sensation of familiarity. Is this weakness of the time machine that actual memories are mistaken for deja vu? Would be so bad.